For years, Dance Moms sold itself as a show about talent, competition, and the price of fame. But behind the scenes lurked a much darker reality. One filled with fraud, arrests, DUIs, and even physical assault. From the shocking crimes of Abby Lee Miller to the behind the scenes legal chaos that rocked the cast, this isn't just reality TV drama. It's a rap sheet. Laws were broken, charges were filed, and some cast members found themselves not only in the winner's circle, but in a courtroom or even prison. Abby Lee Miller spent a year behind bars for fraud, but that wasn't even her first time dodging the law. One mom got arrested after a violent fight with Abby caught on camera, and another dance mom, fresh off the show, was booked for a DUI after crashing her car. Oh, and let's not forget the production team itself, accused of putting children in harm's way. Today we're exposing every time a Dance Mom star, or even the production itself, ended up on the wrong side of the law. Buckle up, because this tea is hotter than Abby's temper during a pyramid. We're going to start off this video talking about Girard. Girard, mother of Dance Mom star Kalani Hilliker, has a documented criminal record way longer than any of the other moms on the show. Her legal troubles span from fraud and theft to domestic violence, making her past one of the most legally significant among the Dance Moms cast. In 2005, Kira, then known as Kira Salazar, was arrested in Chandler, Arizona for running a fraudulent eBay scheme. She listed plasma HD TVs for sale, instructing buyers to pay via personal check, money order, cashier's check, or wire transfer. After collecting a total of $15,525 from 4 victims, she never delivered the televisions or issued refunds. When investigated, authorities found images of Kira depositing the victims' checks. Initially, she denied involvement, claiming someone else had used her eBay account. However, she later admitted to providing fake tracking numbers to mislead the buyers. Kira was charged with 4 felony counts of theft and 1 count of attempted theft. She ultimately pleaded guilty, avoiding jail time but receiving 2 years of probation and a $5,975 fine. Years later, in 2015, Kira faced another scandal when allegations surfaced that she was involved in an identity theft scam and a pyramid scheme, and not the one on Dance Moms. Reports claim she ran a business that tricked people into signing up for fake credit offers and used victims' personal information without consent. While no formal charges were filed, the accusations damaged her reputation and fueled online backlash. The controversy gained traction when Dance Moms cast member Tracy Reasons confronted Kira on season 5, accusing her of credit card fraud during the episode Wild Wild West Coast Part 1.
You have a history of so much manipulation, so many lies, and I feel like
through the history, because I can pull up a lot of things on you, Tracy.
No, you don't want me to go there. I will be happy to talk about your arrest record.
I've never been arrested.
You have been arrested for credit card fraud. Give me a break.
Although public records do not confirm credit card fraud, this confrontation reignited interest in Kira's 2005 fraud case. Adding to her legal history, Kira was arrested for domestic violence in 2012 following an altercation with her ex-boyfriend in Arizona. Police records show she was taken into custody, though the details of the incident remain unclear. She was later released, and no public conviction appears to have resulted from the arrest. Kira's legal past remains one of the most serious and well-documented among the Dance Moms cast. Unlike many of the show's other legal controversies, her fraud and theft convictions are backed by official records. While she has since moved on, her history of financial crimes, legal disputes, and domestic violence remains a controversial part of her legacy. Next, we're going to be talking about Kevin Casaluela. And if you don't know him, he was dancing in the senior group number that they did on Dance Moms that was partnered with Brooke doing all the lifts.
On paved ground, me and I, why not?
He's also Gino's older brother. If you remember Gino from Dance Moms, he was on Candy Apples, and he was also the one that did that duet with Maddie Ziegler, This Girl's Just Gotta Be Kissed.
That chick's sure getting kissed.
Kevin, a dance instructor who appeared on the reality TV show Dance Moms, was arrested on January 12, 2021 in Orange County, Florida. He faced multiple charges, including 2 counts of sexual activity with a 16 or 17-year-old child, 2 counts of solicitation of a minor via computer, and 1 count of lewd or lascivious conduct. The allegations involve 2 female students, aged 16 and 17, who accused Casaluela of sexual misconduct during private lessons at Peaches Dance and Music Orlando studio. The accusations included inappropriate communications, solicitation of explicit photos, and coercion into sexual activities. Following his arrest, Casaluela pleaded not guilty to all charges. He was subsequently terminated from his position at the dance studio. In August 2023, during a court hearing, Casaluela's attorney proposed a no-contest plea to charge of solicitation to commit sexual activity with a 16 or 17-year-old and unlawful use of a two-way communication device. The defense suggested a sentence of 5 years of sex offender probation followed by 5 years of regular probation. However, prosecutors emphasized the necessity of a 10-year sex offender probation period, leading to an impasse in plea negotiations. As of that hearing, no plea agreement had been reached, and a subsequent plea hearing was scheduled for August 18, 2023.
25-year-old Kevin Cosciuela faces charges of sexually abusing underage girls. The Orlando dance instructor appeared on Lifetime's Dance Moms. Investigators say they found signs of manipulation and sexual battery on 2 teenage girls who took lessons with Cosciuela. They say he asked them for nude photos, and one girl told investigators he could be scary if you didn't do what he asked. According to the arrest report, he brought a girl to his home and forced her to perform a sex act on him. The girl told another dancer at the studio who said she had similar encounters with him. Katie Johnston for CBSMiami.com.
Next, we're going to talk about Yolanda Walmsley. She's the mother of Dance Moms participant Eliana Walmsley, and she's had legal issues including her arrest for domestic violence and criminal mischief. In 2020, Yolanda and her daughter joined Piper Raquel's YouTube squad. Shortly before this, Yolanda was arrested for domestic violence and criminal mischief. Specific details about the incident leading to her arrest are not widely available, and it's unclear what the legal outcomes were. This arrest is the primary documented instance of Yolanda Walmsley encountering legal issues. We all also probably remember the infamous choking incident where Yolanda was seen choking Stacy outside of the ALDC LA.
She's yelling in my face saying that I was bullying.
Yolanda, I swear I'm gonna kill somebody. You called me a bitch, I called you Chris. Hey. Call clear, so stay away from me. She just attacked me. She literally went into my neck. You are going to jail. No way. Revel in it.
Now, you could say that this was arguably not an actual choking, as we have differing opinions between Stacy and Yolanda, but I feel like I saw what I saw. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Next, we're going to be talking about Abby Lee Miller, who I had already talked about in my previous video where I was going over the different lawsuits from Dance Moms. But Abby, the infamous dance instructor from Dance Moms, has had several legal troubles, most notably her bankruptcy fraud conviction. But she has also faced accusations of financial misconduct and customs violations. Here's a detailed breakdown of every time Abby Lee Miller has broken the law. For one, her bankruptcy fraud case between 2015 and 2017 in Pittsburgh. The charge was bankruptcy fraud, concealment of assets, and false bankruptcy declarations. The scheme, in 2010, Abby filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, claiming she was $400,000 in debt. While her case was active, she failed to report over $755,000 in income from Dance Moms, merchandise sales, and other business ventures. She hid her earnings by having checks cashed by friends and funneling money through secret bank accounts. The fraud was uncovered when a bankruptcy judge saw her making deals on TV while claiming financial hardship, and then she was charged in October 2015. Abby was indicted on 20 counts of fraud and accused of hiding more than $755,000 in earnings. She was later charged with violating financial disclosure laws and lying to the court. But what was the outcome? Well, Abby pleaded guilty in June of 2016. In 2017, she was sentenced to 366 days, or a year and a day in federal prison and ordered to pay a $40,000 fine and $120,000 in restitution. She served time at the Victorville Federal Correctional Institution in California, where she was released early in March 2018 after serving about 8 months. She completed her sentence in a halfway house before being fully released in May 2018. But that's not all. Abby also was a money smuggler. So let's talk about the money smuggling case. Well, this is when the cast of Dance Moms went to Australia, and she was charged with a customs violation attempting to bring undeclared foreign currency into the US. While touring Australia in 2014, Abby made tens of thousands of dollars from dance workshops and fan meet and greets. Instead of declaring her earnings to US Customs, she had multiple people carry cash in their luggage to avoid reporting it. And she was caught trying to smuggle over $120,000 in cash back to the US without declaring it. This customs violation was added to her bankruptcy fraud case as further evidence of financial misconduct. The government used this incident to argue for a harsher sentence during her fraud trial. Since it was bundled into her fraud case, she did not face separate charges for this crime. It contributed to her final prison sentence in 2017, and this is where the whole Melissa being granted immunity comes in, and we'll talk about that later, so stay tuned. But other legal allegations and issues for Abby was in 2017, there was a lawsuit for financial mismanagement. Abby was sued by her former business partners who claimed she mismanaged dance studio funds. The lawsuit was settled out of court, but it added to her history of financial misconduct. In 2018, there was prison corruption allegations. While serving time, Abby claimed she bribed prison staff to get special treatment. She allegedly paid for better food, more comfortable conditions, and access to personal items. These claims were never formally investigated, though, but they sparked controversy. Abby Lee Miller's legal troubles revolved mostly around financial crimes, specifically fraud, smuggling, and financial misconduct. While she has not been involved in violent crimes or DUIs, her year-long prison sentence for fraud remains one of the biggest scandals to come out of Dance Moms. Next, we're going to be talking about Kaya Wiley, who was known as Black Patsy on the show. In 2005, Black Patsy was involved in a legal incident concerning the sale of counterfeit checks. She was arrested and subsequently sentenced to 5 years of probation. Additionally, she was ordered to pay restitution to the affected parties. This incident occurred prior to her appearance on the reality TV show Dance Moms. Since then, there have been no public records indicating further legal issues involving Kaya Wiley or Black Patsy. In June 2024, Dance Moms star Christi Lukasiak faced legal troubles when she was arrested for driving under the influence in Murraysville, Pennsylvania. On June 27, 2004, Christi, 47, was involved in a single vehicle incident, crashing her black 2008 Audi Q7 into a tree on Logan Ferry Road near Ramalli Road. When officers arrived at the scene, they observed clear signs of impairment, including bloodshot and glassy eyes, slurred speech, and the odor of alcohol. Christi admitted to having 2 glasses of wine at the Wooden Nickel restaurant before attempting to drive home to Plume, Pennsylvania. She underwent field sobriety tests which confirmed impairment. As a result, she was charged with a misdemeanor DUI, and her preliminary hearing was scheduled for August 13, 2024, before Judge Judith P. Petrush. In 2013, Grant Davies, a choreographer who conducted masterclasses at the Abby Lee Dance Company, and also he choreographed that number, the Broadway Blondes one with Paige and Chloe, like way back in the earlier seasons. While Grant was arrested and later convicted on multiple counts of sexual abuse and possession of child porn. Investigations revealed that Davies groomed young dancers, coercing them into providing explicit photographs and subjecting them to inappropriate physical contact. He also sent explicit text messages to his victims. When the dancers resisted his advances, Davies retaliated by ignoring them during dance classes or threatening them with violence. In 2016, he was sentenced to 24 years in prison for his offenses. This has got to be, in my opinion, the absolute worst case that I've heard from all of the entire Dance Moms franchise. franchise over the years, but let me know if there's anything that I missed. The next law-breaking topic we're going to be talking about from the Dance Moms show is the production team themselves. The reality television series Dance Moms has faced allegations of violating child labor laws, primarily stemming from a lawsuit filed in 2014 by Kelly Hyland, a former cast member and mother to dancers Brooke and Paige Hyland. While we've also heard from basically every single dance mom that they were constantly breaking child labor laws, I'm pretty sure every mom has admitted this at this point, so it's pretty well documented. But in Kelly's lawsuit, she accused the show's producers, Collins Avenue Entertainment, and choreographer Abby Lee Miller of subjecting the child participants to unlawful working conditions. She claimed that the rigorous demands placed on the young dancers were detrimental to their well-being and violated labor regulations. Hyland's lawsuit highlighted concerns about the emotional and physical toll on the children, alleging that the production fostered a hostile environment for the sake of entertainment. She contended that the producers intentionally incited conflicts among participants to boost viewership, often at the expense of the children's mental health. While these allegations brought significant attention to the working conditions on Dance Moms, it's important to note that the lawsuit was settled out of court and the specific terms were not publicly disclosed. As a result, definitive conclusions about the show's compliance with child labor laws remain inconclusive. The case underscores the broader issue of protecting child performers in reality television, where the lines between entertainment and exploitation can become blurred. It also highlights the need for clear regulations and oversight to ensure the safety and well-being of minors in the entertainment industry. Next, we're going to be talking about Melissa, Maddie and Mackenzie's mom. Melissa, known from the reality TV show Dance Moms, has faced legal and financial challenges, though she has not been convicted of any crimes. She had a bankruptcy filing in 2009. In May 2009, Melissa and her then-husband Kurt Ziegler filed for Chapter 7 bankruptcy. The filing revealed debts exceeding $1.2 million, including nearly $1 million in mortgage obligations across 3 properties and approximately $200,000 in credit card debt. I feel like this is why Melissa jokes in the beginning of Dance Moms about how dance ruined their relationship or her marriage because she spent so much money on dance. It would make sense if she was reporting bankruptcy in 2009. Their combined monthly income between her and Kurt was reported at around $4,500 a month, while their expenses approached $8,000 a month, leading to the bankruptcy discharge in July 2010. And then there's the lawsuit that Melissa had that's involving Kenzie Ziegler in 2017. In 2017, Kismet Music filed a lawsuit against Melissa's younger daughter, Mackenzie Ziegler, alleging breach of contract. The suit claimed that Mackenzie and Melissa violated an exclusive recording agreement by collaborating with another producer. Kismet Music sought 15% of net profits earned during their contract period. Melissa and Mackenzie's legal team dismissed the lawsuit as frivolous and expressed intent to contest it in court. And still to this day, Abby Lee Miller is going on about how Kenzie owes her money for the Girl Party music video. While these incidents highlight financial and legal disputes, it's important to note that Melissa has not been found guilty of any criminal activity. There have been rumors suggesting that Melissa was involved in financial misconduct related to Abby Lee Miller's legal issues. More importantly, though, she apparently was granted immunity in order to be the key witness in the Abby Lee Miller case, but we don't know this information as fact. Specifically, it's alleged that Melissa assisted Abby Lee in smuggling money from international appearances, particularly from their Australia trip, into the United States. These claims suggest that Melissa may have carried undeclared cash in her luggage to help Abby evade financial reporting requirements. In 2017, in an interview, Abby Lee Miller implied that a cute blonde and mother of 2 was responsible for missing $130,000, a description that many believe refers to Melissa. Additionally, some fans have speculated that Melissa cooperated with authorities during Abby's investigation in exchange for immunity from prosecution. However, there is no concrete evidence to substantiate these claims, and Melissa has not been charged with any crimes related to Abby's financial activities. It's important to note that these allegations remain unproven, and Melissa has not been legally implicated in any wrongdoing concerning Abby Lee Miller's financial misconduct. Next, we have some honorable mentions, I guess you could call them, in that these are more like rumor-based and not so much actual laws that were broken that I can find any factual, hard, concrete evidence of. but we're going to be talking about Jessalyn Siwa. So essentially in 2022, Jessalyn, who is JoJo Siwa's mom, the co-founder of the group XOMG Pop, faced allegations concerning the treatment of the group's young performers. Former member Leah Sanderson and her mother Angie Sanderson accused Jessalyn and her daughter JoJo Siwa of creating a hostile work environment. The claims included verbal and emotional mistreatment, excessive rehearsal schedules, and neglect of the children's educational needs. Specific incidents cited involve pressuring Leah to participate in activities shortly after spinal surgery and failing to provide adequate schooling time during demanding workdays. These allegations were detailed in a Rolling Stone article and further discussed in various media outlets. However, as of now, there is no public record of Jessalyn facing legal charges related to these claims. Let's talk about our next honorable mention, Jill. So, there's a long-standing rumor that Jill Vertes, mother of Kendall Vertes from Dance Moms, was arrested for shoplifting in the past. However, there are no official records or concrete proof to confirm this. Here's everything known about this alleged incident, along with the origins of the speculation. Well, the rumor claims that Jill was allegedly arrested for shoplifting at some point before she became a reality TV star. There are no mugshots, police reports, or court records available to back up this claim. Some versions of the rumor state that this happened in the 1980s or 90s, but the details remain vague. From bankruptcy fraud to personal injury lawsuits to child porn, the stars of Dance Moms have seen their fair share of legal drama both in and out of the spotlight. While Abby Lee Miller's cases grabbed national headlines and changed the trajectory of the show, they also highlight how fame and reality TV can sometimes lead to very real consequences. It's also been alleged that JoJo Siwa blew a stop sign, but who hasn't? These legal battles remind us that behind the dramatic dance competitions and heated arguments we saw on screen, there were real people dealing with serious challenges. Thank you for watching this deep dive into the legal side of Dance Moms. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay updated on more behind-the-scenes stories from your favorite reality TV show. Leave a comment below letting me know which Dance Moms moment you think changed the show forever. Until next time, make sure to be weird, be wild, and stay sparkly. And just as a legal notice before we go, the events and legal cases discussed in this video are based on public records and media reports, and in some cases, blind items and rumors. Some details may have been omitted or simplified. All views expressed are personal opinions only. For the most current and accurate information about any legal case mentioned, please consult official court records or speak with a qualified legal professional. As for me, I'm going to be waiting until Melissa and Abby's case becomes public record to see what Melissa's involvement in the case and the money smuggling really was.